We got stuff to talk about today. Oh, do we got stuff to talk about today? So, there's been a lot of criticism on Xbox because some of the things they do after they buy studios is questionable. Now, I've said from the start, you can point out some examples that Microsoft definitely can improve of, but there's actually other examples that show that Microsoft's actually done a very good job at, really supporting these studios that they're buying. Let's go over a couple of them. Look at Psychonauts. Psychonauts 1 to 2, they were developing it, and Microsoft gave them more time to work on the game. They said, I think, that all the bosses in Psychonauts wasn't in the game. Like, the majority of them, if not all of them, besides maybe, like, the last boss. It was strictly just supposed to be a platform. And if you play Psychonauts 2, some of the best content in that game, I haven't played it, but from what I've been told, and I beat the first boss, but from what I've been told, the best parts of that game is the bosses, is the unique boss fights, the mechanics when you fight a boss. I'm a huge Destiny raid guy and boss fanatic in general. And bosses are always well done, make the game a lot better. Then we look at Wasteland. Exile Entertainment. I gotta think about their name for a second. Exile Entertainment made Wasteland 3. And they delayed the game, but they put a lot of the stuff that they scrapped about the game, they put it in the game when Microsoft gave them more time. Those just two examples. Now, let's go to let's skip a little bit. Go to Bethesda. You could give Redfall, I would say, good example of a time where Microsoft's overlooked certain things, and it did look like the bad management or just bad poor direction. Sometimes it's not necessarily the way the game was built. It was decided too late. For instance, if you decide you want a game to be this way for the entire game, and then right before pre-production, you decide to change that whole schematic of the game. And I know that makes developers upset because it leads to stuff they've worked on just getting completely erased. I definitely understand why people are upset over that. 343, another example. I think they gave 343 a little bit too much loose. They didn't really check in with them a whole lot. So what ended up happening is they was over there just rocking out by themselves. And I do feel like, that tunnel vision did happen. And by the time they chose what the Halo brand was going to be, it was entirely too late at that point. Now, I know what you guys are asking at home. Addict, why do you care? Addict, why are you telling us these stories? Because you're already seeing that with Activision. For the people that haven't been paying attention, the old COD games have been picking up drastically. They have fixed server issues, fixed, glitches and stuff. They have fixed a lot of small minority issues, majority issues that's been going on with these games for a long time. And it's gotten to the point where my brother is in there right now playing Black Ops 2 or Black Ops, one or the other. This is a prime example. And people go sit there and say, Addict, what do you mean? And we don't know that maybe that was just Activision. You might be right. But I did find a clip from Tom Henderson. It wasn't even a clip. It was a tweet from Tom Henderson. And pretty much what the tweet said is it said that Microsoft actually is the one that pushed them to doing what they were doing. Now, do I got any proof of that? Yeah, I got proof of that. Here, let me bring it up for you guys. Got to click this button. Yeah, and this is just a prime example of when you're looking at stuff going down, sometimes it's not exactly how it seems. Sometimes it's just strictly on what is going on and are they going to help with the stuff that they have to make the game better. So let me switch over here to Twitter right here. As you can see, Tom Warner He said a bunch of 360 Call of Duty games are now the top selling games in Xbox Store after Microsoft fixed matchmaking issues. So clearly they helped with that, you know. And I think that's the key point here. Like, it doesn't really benefit them. Obviously, they're going to get money from fixing these older games because they're going to get paid because people are going to buy these games in the masses. But you see that people are buying the games. Microsoft fixed the servers. They worked with Activision to fix the servers. And, you know, we don't even have to go to that far. Look at what they've done with Starfield. Redfall, you can make the argument with. They should have really kept an eye on Redfall. They should have helped with more, maybe give them more time, maybe give them more direction. There was people there that actually didn't want to work on Redfall. You know, maybe they should have canned it. Who knows? That is a bunch of variables that we don't have. But Starfield, he said they have been working with Bethesda Software Studio, and they have been putting a lot of resources behind Starfield. So I would say that is a good look. Now, I don't know where the Starfield marketing is. I'll probably make a video about that later. But when we start seeing the marketing roll out for this game and the game comes out at the end of next month for early access, I think we can go off a lot more on what we expect to see from Microsoft going forward. You can make the argument that right now, Starfield is the first icon that really shows whether or not Microsoft investing in these studios are going to improve these studios in the long run. And I would say that's a very valid argument that you could make. You know, that and Hellblade. I think those two games in Starfield. Hellblade, Starfield. Two extremely important games to show that we bought Bethesda to make these games better and we bought Hellblade to make these games better. And I think it's going to be interesting to see where we are in the next year. And I hope we see more stuff when it comes to these games. I think that it is definitely possible that Starfield comes out, it's underwhelming. It's possible Hellblade comes out, it's underwhelming. But I actually have a lot of faith. I think both of these games are going to come out, surprise a bunch of people. Hopefully, to me, I think there's a strong possibility that they really hit out the door. But anyway, put in the comment section below, guys. I want to hear you guys' opinion on whether or not doing this was good. I think Microsoft's geniuses for fixing up the Call of Duty servers. Because right before the deal was concluded, come on. We got to know that was deliberate. We got to know. And I think that Microsoft's already showing that they have been fixing these studios. But put in the comment section below what you guys think about that. You know, hit that like button if you guys enjoyed the video. Subscribe to the channel for weekly content. I do quite a bit of content, actually. Today, I wasn't supposed to do content, but I was like, man, I want to talk. And so I popped the camera open, and now here we are. Now I got a little bit of editing to do, and I'm going to pop it straight to YouTube. But anyway, put in the comment section below what you guys think. Until next time, this is Gaming Addict. I'm out of here. Peace.